He stands alone at the side of the road, playing his guitar, his songs unload, strumming an incredible tune, lost to traffic noise. An array of beautiful chords he deploys. A tuneful old fella, surrounded by color, so beautiful but only he can hear it. Lifting up his soul, a free spirit. A tuneful old fella, surrounded by color. Someone's son, someone's father, someone's brother. The tune case on the roadside. He's been on the low side for what seems like a lifetime. Maybe today is gonna be the right time. A tuneful old fella, surrounded by color. Someone's son, someone's father, someone's brother. People wave as they drive by, brings a tear to his eye. A tune so beautiful, but only he can hear it. Lifting up his soul, a free spirit. A tuneful old fella, surrounded by color.
Hold on.
Someone's son, someone's father, someone's brother.
Hey!
People waving as they drive by, brings a tear to his eye. A tune so beautiful, but only he can hear it. Lifting up his soul, a free spirit. A tuneful old fella, surrounded by color. Someone's son, someone's father, someone's brother. And he plays his song on the wind.
Good evening! How are we this evening? I'm going to go to the overhead camera because there really is still something really choppy about my streaming settings at the moment. I don't know what it is. I cannot place my finger upon it, but my finger is upon it still. How are we this evening? If you haven't already, say hello in the chat, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. I've been working on getting the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 up and running, and guess what? It's up and running! Still, what I was saying to you guys the other night, though, the colour palette is so muted on it. And I don't know why, but it's up and running. We have another camera, which, when I can sort out the colours so that they look as vast and bright as what we get here, then that will probably replace this camera that you're looking at now as my main studio camera. Because, I mean, this overhead, beautiful, bright, lovely colour palette, but it's just not quite there. Do you get what I mean? That's 1080p. It's really nice. You know, it's clear. It's giving off. It's just my internet connection's a bit crap at the moment, so it's killing the frame rate. I don't really know what's going on. As I said, I need to check into what the hell OBS is doing, because it should be prioritizing for. It might even be my computer settings. You know, give me a second. But yeah, the color palette's really muted, Ollie, and I don't get it. I mean, just look at the comparison with. Oh my god, look at how bad my stream is at the moment. I'm really sorry about this. Give me a second. I'm gonna have a look and see what the hell is going on. See if I can work this out. So we want process priority high. Retry delay, da 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 da. I want it to prioritize for 79.5. Okay, that's fine. That's fine there. And I'm just going to check my battery settings on my computer to see if it's prioritizing for performance, because I want it to prioritize for performance, not power saving. But it sometimes likes to kill itself. So we'll check. Right. Sound display, power and battery. There we go. I'm just taking a look. Hopefully we can make it look and sound a bit better. Power mode, best performance. So it's optimized for best performance. then I have no idea. I really don't. It must just be my internet connection. It must be. It must be my internet connection's going all janky, and that's what we're having to deal with right now. So, anywho, I shall just jump into it. But yeah, like I said, Ollie, look at the Sonic box. Beautiful, blue, vibrant, and then not so much. And, you know, this is a high-powered, expensive camera. And it's still doing it like that. And it's kind of annoying, because I would love to replace the main camera with this. But in this state, you know what, Ollie? I think from tomorrow onwards, I think we're going to do that. Unless I can fix this issue. Because you know what? These frame rates and stuff only drop when we go live. It doesn't happen whilst we're recording, say. It only happens when we go live. So, you know what? As long as I've got you, babe, it's all good. Because I'm going to be here doing it anyway. I might as well stream it. So Sonic the Hedgehog 76996. The Knuckles Guardian Mech. Let's go in. See what we've got. But yeah, I think... Yeah, for the time being... Oh, plastic! Plastic! God bless single-use plastics. I miss you so. Oh, how I miss you, single-use plastics. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Hey, call me an well, I'm not an anti-environmentalist, but that's gonna be a big emerald. That's gonna be a very big, I don't know, Ollie. It's that, well, we've only just started, to be fair, and I've started later than usual. And that's because Chrissy is not with us this evening. She's gone out, so I've had to make sure the kids don't murder one another and stuff first, so get all that sorted. Get up here. Build me some Knuckles. And then we'll start... and then we lose our camera. Ugh. It's all going so well. And we've got our camera back. Well, hopefully people will just sort of turn up and show up throughout. Or, you know, they could be out. They could be doing Saturday night things. Remember that song? Saturday night, dee 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 da dee da dee da. Is this Rouge the Bat? Is that her name? I think it's Rouge. She's even got little love hearts on her feet, look. I don't know how I feel about that. But it's still a cool little set. Well, little figure. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, I know, Ollie, people have lives. I mean, one could argue we are not some of those people, but maybe through no fault of our own, but, you know, it is what it is. And we can share this time together. And like you said, when we did the bowling the other week, you were like, oh man, I feel like I'm out. Which is always fun. Yeah, we did, man. Life did not treat us. Life didn't treat us the way it treats everybody else. You know? And you're in that phase. I hope you're going to come out the other end of it soon, but you're in that phase. I was in the phase you're in now for a decade. And that's, you feel kind of rudderless and sorry for yourself, and you don't really know what the next step is or what you're going to do moving forwards, right? I get it, because like I say, I felt like it a lot. I felt so rudderless for a long time. And I can only say that it can and does end up getting better, because ultimately you just end up like me and 0 F's given at that point. But already, look, giant emerald in a stand. Done. Bosh. Built. We're there. And then I think we're building like a Green Goblin glider. But believe me when I tell you. Hi, Tiana. You said sorry you're late. You're not really that late. I mean, what? We just started. You was making Harry Potter content for your second TikTok and YouTube, and then your iPad was literally about to die, and you was rushing to get the charger. I mean, hey, you're here now. It could be just a few of you tonight. It doesn't really bother me how many do and don't come in. Obviously, we do love it if people come along to say hello and the like, but we're not fussed. We're not arguing with anybody. But Ollie has seen it already. So I finally got the other camera up and running, okay? So I can show you guys the problem. So here it is. It's a really good quality camera, but where are the damn colors? I mean, look at that. Where are the damn colors? I mean, I'll show you Rouge the Bat, yeah? There's Rouge the Bat. It's a really good camera. DJI Pocket 3. But then if I flick back to this camera, look how more vibrant and the like she is. And that is, you know, that other camera that you're looking at is probably the best small camera on the market. And I can't understand why it's muting the colors, what's going on. Yes, I shall tell you the Home Bargains Vanilla Coke story. Thank you for letting me know. So earlier on, I went to Home Bargains, as you do when you've run out of Vanilla Coke. I say as you do when you've run out of Vanilla Coke, because Home Bargains American import drinks are very much a roll of the dice. Because the other day was the first day I'd ever seen Vanilla Coke in there. American Vanilla Coke. So they're very much a roll of the dice. I go in there today, and by chance, they've just put out a brand new box. Yeah, 99p a can, 12 boxes. And, 12 cans in a box. And I had to have them. So I picked up the entire box, and I went to buy the entire box. And they said, well, you can have all 12 cans, but you can't have the box. And I was like, but they're in a Vanilla Coke box. Why can't I just take the box? They said, because each individual can has been relabeled and re-barcoded. Because it's an American import, you have to put different things on them. So you have to take them, even if you want the whole box, you have to take them from the box in order to purchase them. And then you can't scan them and put them back in the box. They just want to let me have the box. I don't quite get why, but that's so strange. It's a bit of a bugbear, shall we say? It's a bit of a bugbear. Yeah, I agree, dude. I agreed. I said it was silly and I didn't understand it, but they were just like, them's the rules, essentially. Them's the rules. Joy, thanks for them rules. You know, now I've got to load up 12 of them into a carrier bag rather than just carrying the box, which would have been so much easier for me. But apparently it's the same with, apparently it's the same with all their American import drinks, and it's company policy. I'm not sure I believe that very much, but that's what they say. So let's build this. Let's do it. I've got to move in a bit so that you guys can get a better look at what's going on from above. Yes, like Ollie. I just don't get it. I don't get why it was happening. Like, okay, you could have taken one can out of the box. I wanted the whole box. I picked up the whole box. You could have taken one can out of the box, scanned that one can 12 times, or did a multi-scan or whatever, and then gone, there you go, have the box. But no, can't do it like that. Can't be sensible about the whole thing. But yep, 2024, baby. I'm just putting it down to people losing their minds, maybe? I don't know. Losing their minds. But we're currently building like a Green Goblin glider, but for Rouge the Bat. Why would Rouge the Bat, who is a bat, need a glider? Because she's a bat. And bats can... Answers on the postcard, please. Ding, 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 ding. That's right, boys and girls. Fly. Bats can... Why on earth would she need a glider? something. And there will be no invasion from Florence this evening because I've shut her out. Yeah. You're Okay, this is very strange. But apparently it's right, so... Yeah. Look, there it is. Now I've got to do it in the opposite direction. So you're re-recording the Butlins video, but you'll send videos and photos by email tonight. Why do YouTube has a date? YouTube doesn't have a daily limit. It might be because you're an account of a certain size, maybe? I don't know. But I don't suffer with a daily limit on YouTube. Maybe you have to... I honestly... This is a new one on me. So... I honestly can't answer you. I've never had that. Well, maybe it's because, this channel, whilst only really being worked on for the past year, is 10 years old. The channel's 10 years old, and maybe when we started doing stuff on here, there weren't things like that. Maybe because I know that you now can't stream from mobile to a large amount of people until you've got 1,000 subscribers, for example. You used to be able to just do that off the bat straight away. So I would assume it's that. Look, she's got a Green Goblin glider. And a windshield? What's the windshield? Where's the windshield go? I'm going to find out on the next page now, aren't I? I've been... Yeah, I am. See? One Green Goblin type glider. Farouche the Bat. Which I still don't get because she quite literally has wings. I can fly. She can fly. We can fly, we can fly. Speaking of that, the Peter Pan horror movie's come out, hasn't it? From the same guys who did the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey films. So that could be interesting. Cool, like Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. I think it's getting a theatrical release in the UK, but I know it's been released in the US. And it's had some cinema screenings as well. Which is cool. I got a bit excited when I messaged you that I got 5 subs, did a sliver in makeup tutorials, and discovered that gets me loads of views. Well, there you go. Look at that. Look, do what you love. Do what your audience loves. And just make sure, you stick to it. I mean, never be beholden to the audience. Don't make things because you think they might like them. This is my advice for YouTube, right? Don't make things because you think other people might like them. Make things because you want to make them. Because when people stop being authentic, you can tell. And it's like these Lego videos. Let's face it, they're not really much to do with the channel at all. However, I love doing them, and I love talking to you guys, and I love using it as an opportunity to have a good chat. And it's good fun. And it's also a time that I get to spend making content a lot of the time with my wife, which is something we don't do together that much. Yeah, we made the arcade series, which was good fun. Knuckles with his gloves. We made the arcade series. Let's see what he looks like on here. See, where's the colours? Where are the colours? I'm sorry, where are the colours? It's like it's trying to shoot in log or something. Because this doesn't make any sense. I mean, and on the tiny screen that goes with it, the colours are bright, they're vibrant, but the quality's great. You can't get away from the quality, but the colours are just so far off. But it's nice that it's working. I got to say that. Now I've just got to work out what the hell is going on with the colour scheme. Maybe it's just something you can't get away from. Maybe it is just stuck in log. And for those who don't know what log is, it's a muted colour palette that's used basically by all professional filmmakers, pretty much. And the reason you do it is because it holds better dynamic range. So when you come to color grade, you can make the footage really pop. And that's what log's about. So it could just be doing that, by default, because I know that you can shoot in D-Log-M on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I'm not confident enough with the settings and everything to do it just yet, but it's a possibility. It can be done. So maybe it is just dropping through the log. I don't know. Maybe it's just an oversight, or the fact that it just cannot handle good color science when transferring via a data cable. Who knows? That sounds interesting. Love Peter Pan. I love doing makeup, and oh my god, I've been singing non-stop literally all day on this app, but it made me realize how serious I am to get a serious career. You know what? People have told me for years to pursue a career in singing, and I'm not joking. Yeah, I've got people who troll me and stuff that would try and say that I'm not very good at it, but I'm okay at it, right? I'm an okay singer. And I've had people come up to me for years and just say, why you've wasted that? Why haven't you pursued a career in that? And I'll tell you why. I'll give you the honest reason is, yes, I love doing it. I really do. But I want to make people happy and entertain people in other ways. Because I'm weird like that. Very weird. Hit the like button if you haven't already, please. We would really appreciate that. We're currently building Knuckles Mech. That's right, Knuckles Mech. Here on YouTube and Twitch.tv. I don't know, also, like, if I was to, at some point during the show, like, maybe flick to music. I don't know what the Twitch situation with music is either. Like, can you... Well, look at this, it's got 2 giant balls on it. But no, I get it, and I get why people want to pursue a career in it, because, you know what? I think that music and singing and all of that, it's a real uplifter for the soul. It really is. And if you're good at it, you enjoy it, you love it, and you want to do it as a career, maybe you should pursue it. I mean, I only usually really sing on the app when it comes to members only shows. But I'm open to doing something else. I don't know. I don't know. It has to be worth it as well, because at the end of the day, we are trying to make a bit of a career out of this, yeah? So I would be lying if I said that if we were unable to make anything on it, even if it's, like 50p a pound, we really want to do it at the moment. And that's simply because, what the fudge? I've missed something. I have. I did. I missed a step. See? I knew it. Missed a step. Yeah, I mean, if it's to become, if it is to become full-time work, then full-time work needs to have a value on it. And if I can't make advertisement revenue, is there any point in doing it? It's one of those things. It's one of those questions. Like, if we were to make enough in super chats to go, yeah, okay, that's fine. We're not going to make any ad revenue, but fine. Then it's something we could possibly consider doing. Like I say, it's really tough. Oh, look, the pieces on this one are printed as well. I like a printed piece. I think I've made that clear by now. I can't stand stickers. I mean, I just learnt a new song, actually, potentially for a member show just before coming on live tonight. I'm looking for something grey when I should be looking for something red. Where I am. You just had the realization, having the approval from your drama teacher and your mum and everything. Time I think I'll think about other jobs. It's always come back to it, and I was like, I need to go serious. Yeah, I mean, look, and if you can, if you're confident, if you are confident, and you think you can do it, like on this app and on this platform, and you think you can build a little bit of an audience, you know, here singing, then maybe that's a way forward. I'm not saying maybe it's the way forward, but it's certainly a way to have your voice, so to speak, and literally and figuratively out there. You know, I'm not saying that maybe YouTube singing is a career, but maybe it's certainly something that could aid you. Good evening, Emma Watts. How are you? You got a backup job in mind? Because, you know, life doesn't always pan out the way we hope it does and plan it does and the way we want it to, but we can certainly work towards making those dreams, or whatever you want to call them, a reality. Right, I'm going to do something twice now. So, make sure I actually do it twice. How are we, Emma, anyway? Are we good? And like Ollie said, I think going forward, until we can fix our internet issues, we're going to go back to vertical streaming, and that's just simply because we can only choose to send one stream at a time at the moment, and we have to choose the one that's going to do better for the channel. Whilst I love doing it like this, horizontal, for you guys, I really do, and in fact I prefer it. Unfortunately, the platform doesn't prefer it, and therefore the platform doesn't promote it in quite the same way that they promote a vertical stream. So until we can sort this bloody bandwidth issue out, we're going to have to go back vertical, I think. And man, that sucks that you've been in pain all day. I'm sending virtual hugs. I can't really do much else, I'm afraid, and except well wish and all of that. On your app, the comments are so lovely. Like, you're so talented, etc. I'm sorry I get so much. Well, no, look, and like I said to you, if you can put yourself out there and you can use these platforms, because I think social media is both the best invention in the world and the worst invention in the world simultaneously, right? And for reasons like that, for putting yourself out there, I think it's great. I think, you know, the way you can connect with thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not even millions of people in an instant it's mind-blowing, really. But then in the same breath, there are people that will turn around and use it for bad, nefarious things, and we have to sort of weed those people out first and foremost. But secondly, we also have to learn to ignore them, and that's easier said than done. It took me a while. It did. And it can be hurtful. It can be hard. And these people, they don't know, you know, I don't know the type of reaction they're trying to get out of you. If they're just trying to get some sort of attention from you, or I don't know. But it is damn nasty. That I will say. Right. And I mean, I know a lot of social media creators will try and take each other, you know, take each other down, so to speak. And usually that's because they want what the other person has, but they don't want to work to get it. They would rather take it from the other person than earn it themselves, if you get what I mean. And yeah, I'm not into that, and I'm not about that. And we'd just be over here doing our own thing, and hopefully you'll be over there doing your own thing, and everybody can do their own thing, and it can all be good in the end. It can all work out positive. Okay, we're attaching these together now. Okay. This mech is going to be quite crap, isn't it? I'm so confused. I'm always confused. No, okay, we turn it round that way, and turn it round that way. Perhaps? Like ninja legs? I don't know. It's like when my drama teacher with acting, etc., you'll be told no, and of course you'll be told no. We'll all be told. We all get told no. But the thing is, it's all about resilience and just going out and doing it. You know, the way I look at it, is the BBC going to hire me? Let's say, for example, is the BBC going to hire me to present travel stuff that focuses solely on, well, you know, heavily towards autistic and disabled people? No, they're not. They're not going to do that. So if I want to make that type of show or that type of content, which I do, I have to go out there and make it myself, because they're going to, you know, they're going to tell me no. And I know that, but I won't take that for an answer. And it's about not taking no for an answer. Oh no. I hate doing this. Because then you've got to plant that ball in there. And make sure it's lined up correctly, because it's got an X in it as well. Oh. Right. This is fiddly, this. Yeah, so fiddly. Aha! Did it. If anybody else is there in the chat, because I do see a fair few of you keep coming and going, please feel free to say hello to the others. I know Ollie's there, Emma's there, Tiana's there. There's at least someone else there, because I know there is. And if you'd like to hit the like button, I mean, the other person could just be my stalker. Because, yeah, I have one of those. Look at that. So also, when it comes to Sonic the Hedgehog, right, guys, when did Knuckles need a mech? When did Knuckles get a mech? I know that it's like, well, we've got to keep selling Lego sets that sort of rep the brand. I get that. But in the same breath, it's like the Lego Star Wars sets. We've got one down there, and if we finish this in a matter of minutes, we'll probably whack that together as well. But a lot of these Lego Star Wars sets are ships, and they're ships that have basically never been seen, except for maybe in like a 2-frame clip. But they've just run out of they built so many of them now that they've got nothing else to do. We really need to work out this camera, because it looks so good, but the colours are just... I honestly think it's just giving off log in natural. It's got to be. What I'm going to do is I'm going to screen record some of this, and then I'm going to play with some colour grading and see what I can get out of it after we're done. Because it's suspicious to me. It is suspicious to me. I don't think it's meant to be doing it as well. Because if it is meant to be doing it, when they tout that you can use it like that, as like a camera or whatever, I don't get it. Because it's not the cabling. We've got this brand new data cable. It came today. And we're not using a charging USB-C. I bought a data-specific USB-C. Yeah, I've seen that the Millennium Falcon is 75 quid in Asda. I mean, the real decent Millennium Falcon's like 550 quid, the big one. I had it before, actually. I used to have it. We built a custom coffee table for it and everything. And it took me like a week and a half in stages to build, but I sort of built it, put it in the custom coffee table that we built for it, and then went, oh, oh. I make building Lego models look easy. I think Chrissy, to her credit, I think Chrissy makes it look even easier. But then remember, as I always say when she says she's better than me at doing it, I am also running all of the show stuff. So I'm not just building the Lego sets. But thank you, Emma. I appreciate it. I appreciate it indeed. I mean, it is just sort of following instructions, right? And it is just a step-by-step phase and process. It's easy enough to do. And it is quite addictive as well. When you've got decent build sets, it is relatively addictive. It is cool. Yours takes months to build. You only get 3 bags from my Chamber of Secrets. Got another 6 to go. Wow. I can't critique you because, like I said, once I built the Ultimate Collector's Series Millennium Falcon, which is at the time was the biggest Lego set ever released, I basically just sold it because. But then Star Wars, right? And whilst yes, Star Wars is cool, the Lego Star Wars sets ultimately end up being a big mishmash of grey. And that can become somewhat annoying. And repetitive and not very colourful. It's like this. Just as muted a colour palette as this camera. I still don't get. That is not the colour that's on my Vanilla Coke can. This is the colour that's on my Vanilla Coke can. Help me understand it, people. Because I want to understand it. Because if I can sort it and I can fix it, we've got such a high quality little camera there. It's such a high quality little camera. I think these are his feet, by the way. I was right. Oh dear. That's not coming out with a brick separator. Do it the old-fashioned way. Use your teeth. Yes, you can indeed. You can send me some Lego sets on TikTok that you've done. Right, we're going to put his feet on. Clip, clop. Now he's standing. And then we're on to the final bag already of this set. I'm just stoked that the whole thing was single-use plastics. I do love I hate them paper bags. I really do. I think they're awful. I think they're dreadful. I mean, it's not as bad as a paper straw, I guess. I mean, who on earth wants a... Hopefully, we're getting Diagon Alley on Tuesday. Hopefully. Hopefully. It all depends on a few things. The stars need to align correctly. But hopefully, Tuesday. It's looking possible. Not 100%, like I say, but very possible. It's like I've done really great in super chats this month, thanks to a lot of you guys, right? And that's going to go towards the old Peely bone, hopefully. But I don't get paid that until the 28th of February. Not the 28th of January, the 28th of February. Because the way that Super Chats work is, well, the way any YouTube monetization works is it doesn't get paid directly to the creator. It all gets added onto the month payout pot. And then that happens the following month, the end of the following month. Oh, yeah, it's a bloody expensive hobby, Emma. It's a bloody expensive hobby. And that's why, you know, this channel needs to sort of start paying for itself at some point. Not just with the Lego sets, but like, I really want to go to, as I said, I really want to go over to France and go to Plopsaland de Pan with a friend of mine, which is a great little theme park. I found a great deal for February the 7th, but it's looking less and less likely I can afford it. But it would make a really, really great video. And so you go, oh, it'll make a great video. But it's so expensive. You know, 250 euros just for the room. I say just for the room, it's not just for the room. That's for 2 people to stay in a 4-star hotel and have access to the theme park, the water park. Yeah, the theme park, the water park, hotel, and breakfast. So it works out being 125 euros a person, which is pretty damn good, actually, if you think about it. It's pretty damn good. But my videos aren't at the point yet where they make even a tenth of that back. So you've got to look at it in the totality of it. Do I do these expensive trips and absolutely bankrupt myself? And I mean, I've literally got £80 in the bank right now. That's it. That's what we've got for now. So do we do these trips? Because we live pretty hand to mouth. And by that I mean you get money in and then it goes out on bills, on food, and then other expenses and stuff like that. Do we do these expensive trips and look at it as a, you know, building the channel and great like that? Or do we scale it back, hope the channel builds either by luck or slower, and hopefully one day it'll pay for itself? Or do we try and push that and have, you know, an expectation or a goal to reach? It's a tough one. Oh, look, he's got an arm on now. Even got thumb. I don't understand this mech. Maybe I just don't have to understand it. I don't know. Yeah, you found Gringotts, but it's $369.99. And it is. It is $369.99. It's very expensive. We could, Emma. We could, but we don't make. I mean, what I'm building right now. These are sets Dexter got from family for Christmas. What I'm building right now. Dexter can't or won't build them himself. So I figured, well, I've got them. They're sitting here. They need to be built by either me or his mother. And it's basically free content, right? So sets like this that I'm doing right now. This is my son's Christmas Lego. And he'll probably get some more for his birthday, which is on, you know, middle of February. So these are essentially freebies. But do we want to sell what we've made? I don't know. I mean, because the sets that we go out and we intentionally purchase, we purchase with intent. Not because we want people to watch us build them, but because we want them. Right? It's stuff that we want. And I'm not going to say it's totally out of the realm of possibility, because we've been at the point before where we've sold all of our Lego. And I mean all of our Lego. To pay for new carpets when we had to move. Yeah, that can be the reality of a situation. Yeah, it's sucky, but it is the reality of the situation sometimes. Um, so the answer to your question is sometimes. I think I might have made a boo boo here. I'm gonna take this arm off a sec. I reckon I've made a massive boo boo here. Falcon is even more expensive than you said, $74.99. $734.99. No, it's actually if you look somewhere like Smith's, you can get it quite a bit cheaper. That's the price you're thinking of is actually the price in Lego, right? But it can be a lot cheaper. I mean, even Argos had it just recently. Argos had it for I think 479 quid, which is pretty decent if I do say so myself. That looks a bit better. We'll see if my boo boos are more than just that one. You used to make clay models and paint them, and you would sell them in order to pay for the paints and the clay. But you know what the thing is? Like I said, when it comes to sort of building a Lego set in that vein, you're buying it because you want it, and you don't want to then buy it to sell it and to buy a different one. You know, you want to keep the one that you've built. You want to keep the model that you've built. That might just be me. I don't know. You found Starkiller Base was never an official Lego set. I mean, there was a little, not the actual planet, but there were. I think there were a few little tableaus from it and stuff. But that would be pretty cool. But Starkiller Base is just the Death Star. In fact, you know what? I had the Lego Death Star at one point. And once again, that was one of the casualties for the carpets. I used to love my Death Star, and it took me absolutely ages to build it. Oh yeah, Emma, and that is why we're trying to build this channel, right? Because we're trying to make this channel self-sufficient. We're trying to make it pay for itself, so to speak. So the more we build, the more people like, the more people subscribe, the more people share. It's completely free. I used to have Kylo Ren shuttle as well. That was another one that was a casualty. Kylo Ren's command shuttle, it was called. And it had the big wings that half folded down. He's got both his arms and both his legs now. Tiana sounds very happy tonight, though. So I'm happy that you're happy. I've got to make 3 of these, have I? Okay, we're doing this 3 times. That plus that plus that equals that. That plus that equals that plus that plus that equals that. And that goes on there. That goes on there. And that goes on there. Look at that. It's not... My internet connection's going all screwy again, isn't it? I don't know what's going on. I honestly don't. I think I've got to reposition all my equipment because it was a lot further over before. And I really do think that makes a massive difference. You're going into an overload of excitement. Sorry, it's my overload of excitement. You know what I mean? It's like yeah, I know. Don't you worry. I know. I get it. I get it. Don't worry. Boom boom. What am I building here? Answers on a postcard, please. What I can tell you is I very nearly finished this. Got to go that way up. And then... Aha. Aha. Aha, aha, aha. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. And that slots on there like that. And then he's getting a little joystick. And then a handlebar. He has to have a handlebar. And then 2 studs on the sides of the handlebars for decoration, of course. Got to be for decoration. Yeah, I don't like that First Order Star Destroyer set. He's not going to lie. He's not a fan. What on earth is... I've never seen a piece like this. That's new to me. What on earth is that? Apparently this pops into it. Very, I don't know whether to be excited for you or sorry that I seem to have caused the... I'm excited for you. I'm happy for you. I just don't want to see anyone get like upset or anything. So, what on earth is this? Like, honestly, I don't bloody know. I do that as well, like, especially when I'm, as Chrissy was calling it last night, especially as I'm stimming, right? When I'm stimming, I really can't keep still. My legs go, like jackhammers. What is this? I don't get this. You probably load a stud in it and it shoots them, I reckon. I reckon correctly. So we've got 4 green studs here, but not to actually be studs. Apparently you load them in. And then it goes... Ooh. It's got quite the distance on it as well. I like that. Going to load those up. I'm going to put the spares. The spares can live on here. I live there. I'm there for symmetricality. Brush that to the side. That is one Knuckles mech. I don't quite know why Knuckles ever needs the mech, but there it is. Put Knuckles sort of on it. He's happy. He's riding around on his mech. Stomp, 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 stomp. And that's a Knuckles mech. And that can go up on Dexter's shelf when this stream has finished. And that means I've only got one more Christmas set for Dexter to do. And then all of his Christmas sets are done. And that set is this. Lego Star Wars 75346 Pirate Snub Fighter. Looks like it's covered in stickers. And you know how I feel about stickers. But you know what? We've only been on an hour. Let's do it. I mean, I'm still on my first vanilla Coke. I have another 2. Oh, God, I love this stuff. Coca-Cola, you need to hurry up and re-release it. It's as simple as that. Just re-release. But this box is particularly full as well. That's stage 1. There it is. The sticker sheet. I knew it was there. I knew it was coming. It was always going to happen. There it is. The gosh darn sticker sheet. There's the book. And stage 2. Oh, so it is only 1 and 2. Okay. Let's get into it. Let's build the Pirate Snub Fighter. I think that's what it was called. I will say this. Please, Lego, for the love of God, I'll pay an extra £1 or £2 for a set. Stop putting stickers on them. Just print the pieces. Yes, I am on YouTube from 4 PM Monday. It will not be on this channel. I am a guest on the SGT Grumpy, Sergeant Grumpy channel. For the inauguration of Donald Trump. And this is, do you know, I will say this. This is the first inauguration since, I think, 1975. Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody can fact check that. That's not being done outdoors. He's not doing it outdoors on the Mall or whatever you call it, near the Washington Monument. Doing it in the rotunda of the Capitol building. And he says it's not for security reasons, despite the fact we all probably think it is, because let's face it, someone has taken a shot at him more than once now. He says it's because the harsh, cold temperatures in Washington, he doesn't want to subject his supporters to having to stand outside in them if they don't want to. So I think it's a bit of an out. Oh, dude, this dude's face is a bit fudged up. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, his helmet's cool though. Look at this guy's face. I mean, that is some acne. That is some acne on steroids. So, yeah. Just remember, my mum is buying Wicked tomorrow. I'm sorry for the capital letters. We've got Wicked. We got it on the Amazon Prime Video. It's like I said, it's kind of a guilty pleasure. I did enjoy it to the extent that one can enjoy it. I didn't love it, but I did enjoy it. I wouldn't hesitate to, say watch it, especially if you're a fan of musicals and the like. Go and watch it if you like it. But I didn't love it. But I'm not going to say it's crap, because it's not. Well, of course it's not. It's made on a budget of hundreds of millions of dollars, isn't it? I mean, it's a big budget block. Well, let me backtrack a bit, because there are lots of movies that are made on budgets of hundreds of millions of dollars that are absolute piles of shiny shite. But Wicked is not one of them. It is pretty good. I'll give it the due that it deserves. I would watch it again. And I will probably see part 2 in the cinema. So, it was that good. I have no idea where the second one of these is. I'll put the first one in, because there's no point in holding on to it. Then we'll find the second one. Found the second one. Look, you're not annoying. If you were annoying, I'd go, oi, shut it. Because, let's face it, like I said to you before, us autistic folks are not exactly subtle, are we? And I mean, anyone, like Emma in the chat there, she'll tell you. Because she's watched me well outside of this channel. She used to watch the stuff when I was covering news and politics with Sergeant Grumpy on our old channel. I was never subtle. And I never will be subtle. And I think that's why Emma fell hard for me. She loves me dearly. And because it's certainly not my roguish good looks. It's certainly not that. But then again, alongside Sergeant Grumpy, I absolutely had my roguish good looks. I look like a nice fresh-faced Picasso, should we say. Love you, John, if you watch him. But you know I'm telling the truth. I was the eye candy they came for. I'm just waiting for Emma's name to pop up in the chat going, it's true. It's true. There you go, look! There you go! See? And like I said, it had nothing to do with my rugged good looks. And it had everything to do with how absolutely unsubtle I was about absolutely everything. Because I don't give two craps. Hello there, Vaughn. You are one of about 4 people watching tonight. 3, actually. But you know what? Don't care. I'm enjoying this one. But get involved in the chat. Hit the like button. And if you want to, you know, send a super chat, Vaughn, you can feel free to do so. But you are, you know, I know I'm your eye candy, Emma. And my wife knows it too. And do you know what? She's all right with that. She's all right with that. She's known it the entire time. She's good with it. I mean, I think this is no, this is a Lego Star Wars ship that I'm building right now. I'm building a Lego Star Wars ship. And look at the mega acne on this guy. That's cool, right? And look, Vaughn, you're a guy that knows his, you know, electronics and tech. This, help me out with this. Beautiful color palette, right? There's him. Then we switch over to the DJI Pocket 3, which I've got working. This is the color palette. Help me out here. This is live. This should look fantastic. It's a far better camera. And yet it doesn't. And I don't understand it. Help me understand it. Somebody. We're about an hour in, right? I'm gonna play with it in post-production. I'm gonna pull some video files and I'm gonna see if this is shot in log. Because if it is, then when I go to color grade it, it should end up looking far better. Because I think that's what's happening. I think it's when it's transferring live footage, I think it's stuck in what they call D-Log M, which is a color science that you shoot in if you want to really enhance it in post-production. Because what it does is it prioritizes contrast over everything else, and it shoots in a muted color palette so that the contrast is spot on. And then when you come to edit it, you can then play with the color grading, and when you bring the colors up to pop, the footage looks crisp and beautiful. It's called D-Log, and I think that's what it's doing, but I just don't know. Oh, this doesn't make much sense, does it? It might do. I'm just going to keep doing it. It does. It makes sense. I'm just being silly. Because that's what I do. Technology and you don't mix at all. Well, technology and me never used to mix. But in order to do this sort of, you know, online stuff, it does look like I'm filming for Zack Snyder. And I don't get it because quality-wise, look, quality-wise, it's stunning. It's far better than my overhead camera. Far better. I can, once I've got it all sorted and working properly, I can lock the focus, I can lock the exposure and all of that. No, I can't lock the exposure. But quality-wise, it is absolutely gorgeous. But the colours are just so damn muted. And I don't get it. Yeah, a lot of the Star Wars sets are retired. Yeah, they are. A lot of them are. But you know, there are plenty of new ones coming out all of the time. Star Wars is probably their most popular brand. So there's plenty of them coming out all of the time. And here we go. Sticker number 1, or actually sticker number 6, technically, but sticker number 1 to go on. This is, hold on, I'll tell you what it is in a sec. It's not an A-Wing. Actually, I've stuck that sticker on pretty damn well for me. Now, I've done that. Flo can't come in because I've shut the door because Chrissy's away. This is a pirate snub fighter. Whatever that means, that's what it is. A pirate snub fighter. So we'll get this thrown together. But yeah, for me. So yeah, I can build uninterrupted tonight. And maybe, you know, that's disappointing to people, but guess who it's not disappointing to? Me. As horrible as that sounds, I don't really appreciate the interruptions sometimes. So, it's nice to not be bothered. Also, Vaughn, where's your wife? She's not here. And I'm feeling very neglected by everybody, actually, tonight. I mean, Emma's here, Tiana's here. I think Ollie might still be lurking in the background. I'm not sure. But you've all sort of abandoned me. And I'm feeling it. I am. I'm feeling it tonight. Yeah, that song, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? No, I can't. Sitting here building Star Wars, talking about life. Told everybody, well, everybody, I say everybody, Tiana and Ollie, my home bargain story. Nobody else has heard my home bargain story, but you would have heard it if you'd actually come along. My children sound like they're smashing up the house downstairs. So at the end of this stream, I'm going to go and check on them. Now it sounds like the dog is scratching at the door. But guess what? She's not coming in. I know that. She stopped me playing Fortnite, so I put a pillow. Oh. I'm not repeating that. I'm just. Do you know what the scary thing is, Vaughn? The real scary thing is, I wouldn't put that past you. Woo! There she be. Look at that. How are you doing this evening? Not there. I think it goes. How does this go on? It must go on here. The back one. Oh no, it goes on the top. I was like, what's going on there? It goes on the top. There we go. That's how it goes on. What have you guys been up to today? Have you had a nice... Because I know you went shopping this afternoon, and you were telling me all about the milk. I should tell you my home bargain story. In a moment. Un momento. So I went in home bargains today. Right. And to get vanilla Coke. Well, I said to get vanilla Coke because I didn't think I'd ever find it in there again because their American import stuff is really, really choppy and changey. So it's never usually the same stuff twice. But I go in and by pure magic, they're putting out a brand new box of vanilla Coke, 12 box, right? And I want them. So I just pick up the box. 12 cans in it. I thought, you know what? I'll just have the box. Take it with me. And they said to me, whoa, hold up. I was like, what? They're like, you can't take the box. I said, but I want them. They said, no, you can have all of the cans. You just can't take the box. I said, why is that? And they said, because they're individually labelled, so you've got to take them out of the box in order to buy them. But I was like, well, can't you just take one out, scan it, and hand it back to me? I can put it back in the box and take the box. No. Can't do that. Yeah, because that sounds like something normal people would do. But apparently, no. So help me. Help me understand. Because I'm not understanding too much today. I'm really not. Star Destroyer, okay, I'm not angry with Lego anymore. There is a big Star Destroyer, actually, isn't there? There's a massive one. I remember when I first started going to Legoland, they used to have a Super Star Destroyer. And oh my god, I always really wanted it, but obviously we were never getting that money-wise. But it was always, and they don't make it anymore, it's retired. I would have loved to have had that set. It depends, because if it's just, the problem is, the dog's going off about something. But like I say, the problem is that needing a set and having a set are two totally different things. And if it's Star Wars, if it's a giant grey mesh, I'm not sure how much I need it. Like, and that is the problem with Lego Star Wars sets. I've said it before, I'll say it again. There's just not enough, in my opinion, diversity in colour. It is just a big grey mess. What on earth is that dog having a go about? Interesting. And there we have a starting to have a shape of another big grey mess. What is that dog angry about? I might have to send this stream to a little bit of a we'll see you in a minute and go and check on that. C3PO is available, it's cute and it's not like Thing 2. Yeah, I've seen that one. It's about 70-80 quid, isn't it? It looks pretty cool. Although the more expensive R2-D2 is what I've got my eye on if I'm doing a Star Wars buildable set. The cheaper one's okay, but the more expensive one's a lot better. 1 second, guys. I'm going to have to work out what the hell this is. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. I'll be right back. She's being a real butt. But I am back. Excuse me, guys. My apologies there. And I'm back to it. Right back to it. You know what? Trying to make sure the kids are okay. The animals are okay. Stream. Entertain people. Doing this all at the same time can be a lot of work. Can be a lot of work. I'm not like this, so it's a rare moment of excited overload instead of the opposite, which happens more frequently. Well, I'm glad that this is happening. I'm glad it is. I mean, I said it before and I'll say it again, right? And I mean it. Lego is not for children. And that's why these sets are big, expensive, and, awesome. Because they're not for children. It used to be, but our generation that had Lego as children grew up. And our generation is one of those generations that grew up and decided we didn't really want to grow up. And the companies like Lego took note of that. And so, even the film studios and stuff did to an extent, because they make these movies that aren't for kids. Even the latest Toy Story movies. They're kids' films, yes, but they're not for kids. They're for us. They're for the people that grew up with them. For example. They're very adult themed. They're very aimed and geared towards adult content. So Lego just went the same way. And so all of these sets, I mean, there are sets that are near enough over £800 these days. You're not buying that for a kid. I'm sorry, but you're not. We're building some more of them stud shooters. Hey, look. The thing is, I've got this theory, and I don't know. I think Emma's maybe a little bit older than me. Just a little bit. But I've got this theory that we never really grow up. Like, we do. Like, we physically get older. But when it comes to actually adulting, I think there's a lot of pretense going on. I think we are just pretending to be adults. Because you say you will always be a child at heart. I think we all will. I think there's a lot of pretense. Doesn't go there. Goes one back. I'm always a child, says Emma. I think that I'm right. And that even, like, the most serious of adults has never really grown up. I think they're all just pretending. Let's face it, we don't know what we're doing. None of us know what we're doing. It's, even when we have to get serious and become caregivers for our children, right? We're just sort of making it up as we go along. There is no book. There is no way that you're supposed to do things. And, they use that phrase, kids having kids, but I think that's all of us. I do. Genuinely. And you know what? If people really did grow up into like a stereotypical adult, I'd actually feel sad for them. I really would. I'd feel sad for them. Emma says we all pretend to be adults. I think we do. I think we all pretend to be adults. I think there's a lot of pretense going on. Genuinely. That's better. I don't think, and I think that the people that say, "Oh, I'm grown up, I'm really truly an adult," I think they're lying to not only us but themselves. I really do. Like, we're all just massive kids. We all just want to enjoy ourselves. We want to have fun. We want to have the best life possible. We want to give the best life to our children. It is bloody hard work to be adults, but you know what? I think it's almost artificially created. We've created these hardships for ourselves because let's face it. You know they use the term social construct. Oh, this and that is a social construct. Well, society itself is a construct, isn't it? Because yes, well, I do believe, like, when we boil humanity down to its most basic form, we are pack animals. We do like to be in a pack. We do like to be together, and we thrive in social circles. I mean, the agreed upon rules of society, they weren't agreed upon by you or me, or, you know, we were just born into it. And we were just told this is how things are meant to be. And, you know, sometimes that does go against how people would naturally feel about doing stuff. And I'm not, listen, I'm not saying that the many of the rules of society are bad. In fact, some of them are extremely good. But then when we get our society pushing things like to ban free expression and to say that, well, this type of expression should be illegal. You should be locked up in a prison because you believe this, that, and the other. And that thing might be absolutely abhorrent. It might be something that I or me or you or anyone hate, right? But I don't think that those sorts of things, as long as they aren't leading to people actually, you know, doing stuff to hurt others, I think that that's all a social construct. Society keeps building upon itself, and it's going to hurt us ultimately in the end. Yeah, maybe I'm just chatting shit, but I think that we've made a rod for our own backs as a species, and we've created these sort of ways and means of doing things that aren't natural, aren't right. But then again, maybe that's just my autistic brain overanalyzing absolutely everything, because I do that a lot. And many people do. But I think that adulting as we see it is a social construct. And we are basically enforcing the rules of a society designed by others that came long before us. And we don't even know why we're doing it. We just do it because that's what we are told and brought up to believe. It's just my theory, anyway. That's why you love being an actor. It's like dressing up. Well, yeah, it is. I mean, I know that's a pretty deep discussion for a guy sitting here building Lego. I know that. But, hey, my firm belief. I don't think being an adult is real, so to speak. I think that we are doing it just because somebody else some time ago, long before we were born, expected that that's what we should do, that's who we should be, and that's what we should behave like. And ultimately speaking, I don't think that I agree with those people. I think that we should be behave. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there are certain things about society that are very good. Like we shouldn't be going around killing one another or doing horrible things or essaying one another, or committing assaults and things like that. But ultimately speaking, yeah, I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. So, because of the way that we are expected to behave, we pretend. Because it doesn't come naturally to us to behave as a quote unquote adult. And it doesn't come naturally to anybody, I don't think. But once again, that's just my personal opinion and the way that I view the world around me. And the way that I look at my own life. And I could be wrong. Is that orange thing a Lego puller? Yeah, it's called a brick separator. So there are many ways you can use it. Separate the brick. So like you can use it to jimmy under. You can use it to lock on from the bottom, lock on from the top. That's to push out Technic pieces if you need to push those out. It's called a brick separator. It's a really handy tool. I don't know. Anyway, answers on the postcard, people. And by postcard, I mean in the chat. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think that we all do grow up, so to speak, and become these stereotypical adults, or do you think we're all just sort of making it up as we go along? I think we're making it up. Thank you for making me feel better about turning 18 in October. You're welcome. I mean, once again, like I say, I think that even our parents were just like us, but they were probably a bit more serious about the pretense, as I like to call it. They probably pretended a little harder than some of us will. Vaughan says you're talking shite again. This is a man that sits there and plays, Fortnite with me and enjoys it. Because just like me, he's a massive child who likes playing certain games. And like I said, if we were to grow up and turn into those sort of stereotypical adults, I personally think that it would be a boring ass life. I've done another sticker well. I'm getting better at these. I'm actually getting better at these. I'm happy with that one. Look at that. This is actually not very small. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, and a lot more detailed than I thought it was going to be so far. Yeah, well, Vaughan says I'm talking shite anyway. Yeah, some games are fun. Oh, speaking of games, I'm going to try something. Now, I don't know if my PlayStation will connect up through the capture card. I know that the Switch does, but we need to find the Switch still. So I don't know if my PlayStation will connect through the capture card. I might need to get a different cable. So we're going to check it out, because if it does, I have just purchased and downloaded Hogwarts Legacy, the deluxe edition for the PS5. I've never played it. I've never played it. So, anyway, I've downloaded it. It's on the computer. And I figured if I can get the PlayStation running through the this software here, and I can stream it out, then we could play together. I could play Hogwarts Legacy. You guys can come along and join me and chat to me, and we can all have fun doing it. I've never played it, but the deluxe edition was on the PlayStation Store last night. I've got a little... I've got a little credit in my PlayStation Store, so it's been sitting there for a long time, and it was down from like 80 quid to 18 quid, the deluxe edition, and then the regular edition was still 65 quid. So I was like, yeah, let's not buy the regular edition. Let's buy the one with all of the extras and pay a lot less money for it. Let's do that. That sounded like a good idea to me. I have no idea, Tiana. I don't know how it works. I've never played it before. So, I mean, if that's possible, if that's a possibility, then yes, of course, you can join in. Or if it's, I don't know, is it like a one-player adventure or is it multiplayer? Like, this is all brand new to me. So I'm gonna look into it. I've got it. Oh man, this guy's got mega acne as well. But I have heard it's good. So I figured while it was that cheap, you sort of have to, don't you? While it's that cheap. And yeah, so I've got it on the PS5. Is it one player? I don't know. I've like I say, I've never played it. Is there an online function? I've got the deluxe edition, as I say. This guy's got. I like his sword and his bandana head. Oh my god, my internet connection is messing up again. Why is my bitrate so low? Let me check this. I'm doing something. Just give me a minute, people. Chat amongst yourselves for a second. Because my bitrate should not be this low. Right, let me go to the settings. Right. Video mode imports, preview, system tray, projectors, screen. No. Right. Okay, I've changed my bitrate and I've made myself hopefully run out a little faster. So says the stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. I'm now putting out 6200 kilobytes a second, which should be doing better than it was before. Let me reboot things on YouTube. It still says it's getting a bitrate of 2612. It should be getting higher than that because I can see it's going out at 6224. So it should be getting way higher. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I'll play it while you're, even if it's one player. Either way, I'm joining, even if it's one player, not taking a no as an answer. You do what you want. Look, I'm not the boss of you. If you want to play along, you feel free to do so. I'm not your boss. So I am happy to yeah. It's just little things like that, and we can review it, you know, because this is a review channel, of course. That's what we're meant to be doing here, anyway. So Hogwarts Legacy is a thing that I have on my PS5, and I've not started playing it. I don't want to start playing it until we are able to play it together. So I need to work out if I can get my PlayStation 5 plugged in via my laptop and screen captured and all of that good stuff. So once we've got that sorted, hopefully we can do that. And I am looking forward to it. I know that we can put the Switch in through here. I've done it before. So it is a different sort of setup to get the PlayStation through it, but we can work on that. We can work on that. Where are these going? Oh, I'm turning this around. Still getting a crappy bit rate, and I don't. Oh, it now says excellent connection. It says there's an excellent connection going out, but I'm still getting a crappy load of lag. I don't get it. Yeah, I should be able to attach the PlayStation for all of this. I've like I say, I can do it with the Switch, so there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to do it with the PlayStation. No reason at all. I've got to do something 3 times now. Yay! 3 times. I'm going to work on it tomorrow. So I'm going to work on see what I need, see if I need to get any new cables, see if I've got everything already. Because I've got a mishmash of cables in a big bucket over there. And the capture card's the thing that's running this camera up here. My God, the connection is so bad. I don't get it. I'm really sorry tonight, guys. I don't know what is going on. I'm going to have to... What I'm going to have to do is... I might even have to move the studio back around the other way, despite how annoying it was on our end. Because at least we had a great connection where everything was before. Yeah, you can stream direct to IT from PS5. You're right. But what you can't do when doing that is like set up scenes and change things like that. And the camera that you have to use is that really shitty PlayStation camera. And it's terrible. So, I mean, I've done it before. Obviously, when I did South Park Snow Day, I streamed straight from the PS5. But I don't want to do that. Because I know how bad it is. And it is bad. Like, I could move over there right now, set up a stream and go live from it. You also can't, like, customize your streams. You can't schedule your streams. You can't set times on them. There's so much less freedom with streaming directly from a PS5. But you can do it. Quite possibly. We'll look into it, Tiana. I can't say right now because the thing is, like, the games can go one of 2 ways because we don't do games on here a lot. So they can go one of 2 ways. They'll either be very popular or they won't. And if they're not, you got to wonder if is it even worth it in the end. So we'll look into it. That's all I can say. Putting on the old jet boosters now. Like I say, this is actually way better and way more detailed than I thought it was going to be. I'm quite impressed with this so far. There's far more parts on it than on that horrible Dobby that's over there. I've got to turn it round again. Excuse me. This is thirsty work. Very thirsty work. But I didn't know if I would enjoy making this one, and I must say, I am very much enjoying it. Where does this even go? It goes there. Okay. That's where it goes. No, look. Honestly, like I say, we like to do a lot of what works, and we know this particular thing works because even if it doesn't work for like Lego fans, it's a great place for us all to come together and have a chat and catch up with life and stuff like that. So that's why we do it. Because and also me and Chrissy are very much considering, as we said the other night, we're very much considering doing a proper video podcast where we have full blown conversations between ourselves about actual life issues and life experiences that we've had and things like that. So we're really considering it. And maybe eventually having guests on and having chats and conversations with guests as well. Because that's kind of what this sort of stream turns into a lot of the time. It turns into stuff like that anyway. So we're considering it. I can't say for sure. You know what, Emma? We are thinking about it, but we don't know how to go about it. So this is what we're really trying to discuss with each other. It's like, how do we go about it? Do we put it as a separate podcast, like directly on this channel, or do we start a brand new channel, and go completely from scratch and try and build a brand new audience from there? Or we don't know what to do because, like I said, in actuality, in totality, this channel has only actually been monetized, so to speak, being allowed to get adverts and things like that for just under a year. Yet I've had and run this channel for 10 years. Now, granted, I've only taken this channel very seriously for the last year. Like, I used to take it seriously many years ago. I used to take it seriously many years ago, and it started to gain a bit of an audience, and I was starting to really get a little bit of traction. And then 2020 happened, and we all know the rest from there. And I just gave up on it because, I'm not going to lie to you, I thought there were things that were far more important to be discussing, to be talking about, to be covering, than the Real Review UK. Or as it was called back then, Disabled. Because we went to Disney a lot and we were disabled. It was a little play on words. But I thought there was a lot more, my freedoms, my rights, your rights, the rights of my grandparents and beyond were being trampled, and I didn't like it. So, and I built my following on X and very quickly had over 10,000 people listening to the words that I was saying. Sometimes the videos I was putting out on there were getting 250,000 to 500,000 views. And it made a lot of sense to, do something that I strongly and passionately believed in. Yeah. And you know what? I strongly and passionately believed it was the right thing to do at that time. Honestly, I did. I strongly and I passionately believed because all of the stuff a lot of the stuff that I was saying, that I espoused, I still believe to this day. Me, I'm a man of absolute advocacy for people to be able to choose, a lot of things for themselves. And there were, well, exactly, Shalini. Exactly. There was a lot more that needed to be spoke about back then. And I think I don't need to fly that flag anymore. Just because I still just because I don't fly that flag physically does not mean that I don't believe in people's rights to ultimately their own autonomy and their own choice. I just don't think I'm needed or I need to fly that flag anymore. And so I can get back to doing what I do best. And what I do best is this. What I do best is, the reviews. What I do best is the travel. Because I'm actually passionate about it and always have been. I don't want to pretend to be passionate about advocating for things that are not needed to be advocated for. Let's face it, many people are still stuck in thinking that we're not quote unquote back to normal. We are. We are. It's over, and yet there are so many people that want to still live and pretend and act like it's not. And it is. And I don't know. That's just me ranting off, I guess. And like I say, yes, that is where CD came from, Emma. It came from a need, and that need was to have my voice heard. Because let's face it, who was speaking up for the old people? Who was letting them have their choices? Nobody. But I don't think it's necessary to do that anymore. And if other people want to fly that flag, and as I say, if other people want to continue to pretend that we're still stuck in a situation that we're clearly not stuck in, that's their prerogative. I'm not going to do it. Oh, this is cool. This is really cool. I didn't think this would be, but Amy says, hello all, just wanted to pop in and say hi. I'm not in a good place mentally right now, so I won't be around for a while, but you are my friends. I love you and wanted you to know I'm getting help. And I am thinking of you on the daily. I'm only not, I know that you're, I don't want to seem pushy or buggy or anything like that, so I leave you be. But I hope you are doing well. I really do. Send my love to all of the animals. Send my love to Bruce. And obviously send my love to yourself. I am really glad that you are here. Even if you're only here for a minute or two, it's lovely to see you. But like I said, and Emma, you've nailed it. You've hit the nail on the head. It has absolutely messed a lot of people up. And it robbed a generation, Tiana's generation, in fact. It robbed them of proper education, of proper social life and social skills. It forced them to cover their faces in school when it was, well, I can't legally talk on this platform to the necessity of that particular intervention, but you'll know what I think about the necessity of it. Seems to be a piece missing. It's over here by the mouse. And yeah, I think it messed a lot of people up. It really did. And it's unfortunate because, like I say, a lot of people are now stuck and they still think it's 2020 and it's not. And at some point you've got to take control of your life. You've got to move on. You've just got to, well, I don't know, you've just got to. And I hope that many people have the ability to do that going forward, because like you said, it's messing people up. And it's sad to see. I mean, you all know Lisa, who is, quite frankly, one of my best and oldest friends. She basically talked me off a ledge back in 2020, and so did Ollie. You know, when everybody abandoned me for my stance on things, they were there. And they were the only one. And obviously I found a lot of you people along the way. But out of people that I used to love and spend time with, and they're the only people that stood by me. And I think you really do come to learn who your friends are sometimes. And I consider a lot of you here, well, pretty much all of you. You will conquer it. I promise you, you will conquer it. I'm about to finish a Star Wars ship. And also, I refuse to go down many rabbit holes. I mean, not just the show down the rabbit hole, but I refuse to go down many of the rabbit holes that people go down. Because, yes, while some conspiracies do turn out to be real, not everything is a conspiracy. Why is YouTube so hard to? I can't believe I only know you for about a month. Look, YouTube's so hard because there's like 3 billion active users on the platform. There are plenty of them all trying to. There's millions of hours of video uploaded every day. And everybody is fighting the system for impressions. And impressions are what get your videos seen. So that's why I say do what works. Because if you do what works, the algorithm, so to speak, it will reward you. It will reward you. So just do what works. And you really can't go wrong. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get famous and make millions of pounds, because we don't. Of course I understand. And, yeah, you have known me since 2020, Vaughn. You have. And, you know what? I appreciate you, man. I always have done. And I appreciate you, Amy. And I hope that you get the help that you need. And don't be a stranger, not just here, but in general. Don't be a stranger, because I do want to know that you're okay. So yeah, please keep me and us at least in the loop. You know where to message me if you need to message me. Like I said to you the other day, thank you for being my friend. And I don't really do friends a lot, people. I don't think many autistic people do, to be fair. We're pretty guarded. And there's reasons for that. But we are pretty guarded folks. And it's really nice to come to get to know more and more people. It's lovely. But if you need to talk, or you just need a general chat, or you just want to come and have a laugh and forget about things, you know where we are. We're live most nights of the week. You know where we are. We'll always endeavour to try and make you laugh, because that's what we do. Right. We're getting close to the end here. Stickers. 1. Right. This is going to be a horrible, horrible sticker to put on. And you know, a lot of the people here that come to these things, I've met in person. I can't believe it's been a month, so little time I've got to know you. It's been amazing getting to know everyone. You know what? And like I said, the greatest thing that I think has come out of, for me, that's come out of the bottle that was the 2020s is this little group of people. Because I think that I appreciate each and every one of you. I do. I appreciate you immensely, and I appreciate that you a lot of you have no idea how close to a ledge I really was in 2020. And I mean, my GP called me up, said, you know, this is basically your scenario that could send you over the edge, because I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder because of what was done to me. And he was like, basically, I don't want you to go throw yourself off a car park, essentially. Look how well I did that sticker. I'm happy with that. And I didn't go throw myself off a car park. And I'm glad I didn't. Oh no, stickers on the cockpit. Ooh, that was really terrible. I'm taking that off and I'm doing that again. Ugh. That's better. It's not great, but it's the bit rate has gone terrible. But this is the last sticker, and I believe it's one of the last pieces. I've missed something because that's meant to go somewhere. I reckon it's meant to go here. Got a feeling that's where that goes. Yeah, it is. Vaughn won't stop playing with Grok and Gemini. Well, you know what? I don't know why. Because Grok and Gemini are awful. And the only way to avoid AI from taking our lives over is to stop playing with it and stop teaching it stuff. Ahoy! Star Wars Starfighter! That is really damn cool. I'm so happy with that for a little set. That was a really, really fun build. So that's all the Dexter's Christmas set's done, and now I'm pretty sad about that. Because now all we've got left. Actually, let me just double check under the desk. Yep, they're all done. So today we did the Starfighter and the Knuckles mech. And that finishes off Dexter's Christmas sets. And now all we've got left are Chrissy sets. And I've got nothing left to build. Oh. That's sad. I really want that Peely Bone though, but it's $89.99 and I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford it at any point. Let me show you something. Right, let's go on to the bad camera, which is also the good camera. Give me a second. Woohoo! Can you see me? If I turn that round, and then we go around to here, it's going to track my face. No matter where I go. No, I want the face track to stop. I want the face track. I want the face track to stop. So we're going to do this. This is just above where I'm sitting. Yeah, the sound's not great when I go really far away from it because they're directional microphones. But yes, the ducks are up there. But yeah, if I go on this camera now, look, it's now tracking my face no matter where I go. So if I move it, if I move my face, it just follows me around. And I can just look in and say, hello guys, how are you doing this evening? I hope you're well. And then it'll follow my face no matter where I go. Like, well, like I said, I only need one more Fortnite set to complete that collection. I need one more. It's Peely Bone. It's $89.99. I'm trying to raise that money as soon as I can, everybody.